So the first thing to do really is just run through what we're going to cover in today's session. So as I said at the beginning, it's about company decision making. So we've split it into directors' decisions and then shareholders or member decisions. So coming first to directors' decisions, we'll talk about board meetings, quorum requirements, and recent updates to case law. We'll talk about board resolutions and how they are passed. Conflicts of interest, which is my personal favourite topic, how these are recorded and what happens after they are recorded, and then recording board decisions, so principles of best practice around keeping minutes and recording decisions. Then moving on after that, we'll be talking about shareholders or member decisions, so how are they made, talking about electronic communications with shareholders and members, and then finally how to record those decisions. Moving now to board minutes. So we've talked about how directors make decisions, key considerations in terms of their duties regarding conflicts of interest, but then what happens after the meeting has taken place. Obviously, we need to make sure we keep a record of that meeting, and that record must be kept for a minimum of 10 years. Otherwise, the Companies Act provides that the persons in default would be guilty of a criminal offence. So it is pretty serious that we keep a record of those proceedings. And in fact, the Companies Act wording actually places quite high importance on board minutes being kept. Section 249 provides the minutes are evidence of proceedings at a meeting unless the contrary is proved. So in other words, this is what happened. It's prima facie evidence that's what happened at that meeting. We now need to think about how do we communicate with our shareholders? What about electronic communication with our shareholders? Are we able to send notice of general meeting by email? Can we just send them an email for them to have a look at? Are we able to send them an email with a written resolution attached and asking them to vote? Are we allowed to send them a notice of general meeting by email? So the answer is you need to have express consent to be able to send it that way. Now, if that individual uses that form of communication to then sign the written resolution, the company can accept an electronic signature of a written resolution, provided that the identity of the sender is either confirmed in a way specified by the company itself, or the sender identifies themselves and the company has no reason to doubt the authentication of that statement. So it's always worth having a think about that.